What do you think is the biggest challenge facing the Catholic Church today? Is it pressure from the outside, or is it division from within? A well-known American Archbishop recently made a surprising statement. He said Satan is actually rejoicing over what is happening right now. Why would he say something that strong? It all centers on the recent decision by the Society of St. Pius X, or SSPX, to consecrate 4 new bishops without a papal mandate. According to Archbishop Alexander Sample of Portland, this has taken the relationship between the SSPX and Rome to an entirely new level. What makes this story especially interesting is who is saying it. Archbishop Sample is widely known for supporting traditional Catholic teaching. He has also been a strong supporter of the traditional Latin Mass. So this is not coming from someone who is against Catholic tradition. In fact, he openly said that he understands many of the concerns raised by the SSPX. He even admitted that he does not disagree with every objection the society has expressed. But despite that sympathy, he believes there is one line that should never be crossed. He says disagreements should always be worked out while remaining in communion with the Church. According to Archbishop Sample, division has always been one of Satan's most effective tools. He pointed to major historical events, including the split between East and West and the Protestant Reformation, as examples of how division can deeply wound the Church. That is why he believes the current situation is so serious. He also warned against any group believing that it alone has the final authority to determine what is truly Catholic. Another interesting point is how he views the Second Vatican Council. He believes there is an important difference between the Council itself and the way many of its reforms were later implemented. According to him, not everything that happened after Vatican II faithfully reflected what the Council intended. He also acknowledged that popes can make prudential mistakes when they are not exercising infallible teaching authority. He even mentioned that there were decisions made during the pontificate of Pope John Paul II that he personally did not agree with. Even so, he accepted those decisions in a spirit of obedience, believing that the Church often resolves difficult questions over time. Patience, he says, is essential. At the same time, the SSPX sees the situation very differently. The Society says it remains faithful to traditional Catholic doctrine and believes it is offering an important witness to preserve Catholic tradition during a time of crisis. It also argues that recent developments in the Church made its actions necessary. Archbishop Sample also shared his thoughts about the traditional Latin Mass. He suggested that Pope Francis may have received inaccurate information before issuing Traditionis Custodes. According to him, many Catholics who attended the traditional Latin Mass were unfairly portrayed as opposing Vatican II or opposing the Pope. He even recalled warning Vatican officials that placing more restrictions on the traditional Latin Mass could actually create more division instead of greater unity. The SSPX has also pointed to those restrictions as one reason for its recent decisions. Now the Society has formally appealed the Vatican's decree concerning the automatic excommunication of the 6 newly consecrated bishops. A response from the Holy See is expected by the middle of August. So where does this leave the Church? Can these differences still be resolved through dialogue? Or is the gap becoming even wider? Share your thoughts in the comments. This is a conversation that many Catholics are watching very closely.